Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Assassination Classroom, episode 13. Now that we're halfway through the series, or through season 1, I want to talk about just what I think so far about the show. I really am enjoying just Koro Sensei as a character. I went in on the first episode thinking he might be, I don't know, like, I saw him as a villain, as antagonist, and he is the antagonist, right? Technically. But now that we've met like the principal, we've met some people that have like kind of gone after the classroom, it's really hard. And just how like Koro Sensei is really more of a teacher, and he's encouraging them to try to assassinate him. I can't really see him as a bad guy. It's very hard to do that. I've slowly started to like his character and just like him in general. He's funny as hell, and I don't know, like the way that the show portrays him just makes it really hard to unlike him. To not like him at all. So I'm really enjoying that. I love the dynamic of the students too, and the teachers, and how much they kind of get the other characters involved, and the teachers are kind of a heavy focus, which, starting the series and you see like, oh, this is a school anime or something like that, you would think that the teachers wouldn't have that much of a focus at all. But it's really kind of flipped. The students are there, and, we have, Nagisa, we have characters, Karma, and the other students of there that have some focus. But it's really split with Koro Sensei and the other teachers of, the Assassination Classroom. So I'm just really liking it so far. The show's great, and can't wait to continue here. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 for early releases and uncut reactions. And let's go ahead and start. They're really getting into this training and actually getting better. Huh. They're all improving. He was already a natural. It is so difficult to remember a lot of these names. There's so many characters in the class that don't even get that many lines. So... What the fuck? We've seen Nagisa make a very weird expression like so many episodes back when he was being like bullied. The kid like mentioned kill or something like that, and it kind of set off Nagisa. Well, they're teachers. You have to remember that as well. Okay, so more people from where he's from. Why would you bring somebody from like his department to bring food? What the hell? He seems more like the personality of Koro Sensei. I mean, you've been there for like 5 minutes and now everybody's close? Huh. Did he not know that this guy was gonna show up or something? They seem stressed. Are they trying? Do they think he's not doing a good enough job or something? Because why else would they send him? Oh, what the hell? So maybe his training regimen is really brutal? Because why would you even take a picture of that? He looks like somebody that would go easy on people, at least the way he was acting, but looks like the opposite. Ooh! Okay. So it's a little bit of an act, huh? Okay. Yeah, personality seemed a bit shady. He's more of a hard ass. Can they replace all of them? Wonder if that's an actual threat he can make. He uses, that's a deadly combo, which makes sense in this environment. Ooh, Jesus. Okay, we're slapping kids. The thing is, you only befriended them for like 5 minutes. Ooh. You know you did something wrong if you're pissing off Koro Sensei about, like... He's probably like speed rushing what he normally does, like to train people. He's got along with the other teachers, so this is different. Mm-hmm. Can you do that though? No wonder they would send somebody like him. They have, you know, former beef. More of a jealousy thing, it looks like. Can we stop this? There we go. You can tell the difference between a good teacher and a bad teacher here. What, he can get worse? This guy also seems like a master manipulator. Really good talker. You haven't even been here that long though. Like, how are they gonna be able to beat you in this short amount of time of knowing you? Isn't that defeating the purpose of what this is for? They've purposely given them weapons and things that are not gonna, you know, kill each other. You know, if something, you know, a stray bullet or stuff like that, they've made sure it's stuff that targets Koro Sensei. So giving them real weapons is kind of pointless in this type of situation. Now, for what, you know, that organization and them training for, and maybe the people he normally teaches, that would work. And maybe it changes the way you think, and the mentality. So I see where he's going with it. It might, because it, you know, there's actual life or death situations around you, and it might turn on your adrenaline, turn on your fight or flight, and you might perform better. But I think for these kids, I don't know. I just don't agree with it. I know Koro Sensei won't 100%, as we've seen him not agree with what this guy wants. So I don't know. I think maybe if this guy had been here since the beginning and he acted nice for an extended period of time and slowly built himself to do this, yeah, maybe it would have worked and they would have been able to adjust to it. But the way he's speed rushing it, I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, but you still have something. People make mistakes. This is not boot camp. Human beings see something that works, you know, and they have a hard time straying from it. So he's going to continue to do it. You would think he'd choose Karma, but from what he saw with the, you know, the snake thing or whatever, maybe that's why he's choosing him. But he's offering it. He's sincere. Though Karma, from first looks, Karma would feel like the right choice, but this is different than from what they've been doing though. So can he strike the same way?
Takaokaにとってこの勝負は見せしめのための戦闘だ。対して君は暗殺。強さを示す必要もなく。
They have been practicing for like 4 months So he doesn't understand that they have been practicing. Jesus! How can you smile saying that, though? Holy shit. They've been around, like the violence and trying to kill Koro Sensei, that it's natural now. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's clicking. So it seems like they're not getting any, like, them being able to like move around and train seemed like they were getting better, but the actual intent to kill and assassinate Koro Sensei, all that they're kind of making light and making killing and assassinating fun, right? And I didn't really break this down in my head, where if you do that enough and you put it and make it normal in a normal setting, and make it normal to the students, then when they actually do it, as we're being displayed here, they can do it with a smile. They can do it naturally, which makes a natural born killer. It makes it killing easy. That's when you look at somebody and you say you see stuff in shows where they're psychotic and these killers can kill with a smile and say things nice. They're training them to be like that. I guess that would be a natural thing when it comes to the way they're being trained. But now that it's processing in my head, holy shit, they are making this. What's the benefit of this? What if they do kill Koro Sensei, right? They're going to still have all this crap in their head, and they're being trained like this. Where do they go from here? How do you even stay as a normal student, going from making killing and assassinating normal, and you're being able to do it with a smile, and then go back to normal life? You can't. This is fucking them up permanently. There's no way it's not. It's being displayed as fun, but there's no way this is normal. There is a lot to think about here. Exactly, that's a natural killer. That's what they are building up. Exactly, look, you could do that with a smile with a real knife. If this was in a different anime, you would say that person's a psycho. And we can smile and laugh about that, but that's a psycho. That's psycho behavior. This is so fucked up. Like, some of them are not at that level either. It seems like, but they can still smile and laugh about it. He wasn't expecting that at all. You're not a father figure. You're a creep. They don't need him there. It seems to be something they're just shoving down their throat here. His methods just didn't work on these type of kids. I mean, yeah. This guy's got a lot of anger issues. Yeah, that didn't work. They should have just kept him. He's just jealous of him. I'm surprised he's siding with them. Ugh! What is he putting inside of him? Why do they use this imagery in this show? They shove more things down people's throats than a fucking hentai does in this show. isn't that what you're doing though? They're kids, so they're impressionable, and what you're doing now is gonna be with them for a long time. Yeah, now this is, man, this show is getting more and more weird. What, money? She did nothing. Oh yeah, he didn't do anything this time either. He was pretty much out of this episode a lot. He seems the most normal out of these guys. Oh! I kind of started to realize during this episode, especially when we saw Nagisa go full out and they start using a real knife, which they haven't been doing at all. And we've seen these shades. We saw, like I had said earlier in the episode, we saw a shade of this way earlier on in the show, maybe like 4th or 5th episode, I can't remember. It showed Nagisa, they talk about bloodlust all the time, but they showed him make this expression when one of the bullies said the word kill. And it was like a trigger word for him. It really seemed like that. It seemed like it was something that would set him off and like anger him for sure. And it makes me worried, and it makes me kind of look at the show a little bit differently, because you see kids like this, and I didn't really think about the long-term ramifications of teaching kids that are developing and learning how to kill, making their main thing to kill their teacher. But the worst part is I thought it was a good thing until I'm looking at this a little differently, where it's like they're teaching them and they're making them do normal school stuff on top of, trying to assassinate Koro Sensei, but they are making killing seem normal, and they're making assassinating seem normal and fun. And they can say it with a smile, and they're getting rewarded for doing it. This is something that happens in this is something that happens in cults in real life, or organizations, like deadly organizations and stuff. So how do you go from this to, let's say they kill Koro Sensei, or let's say they achieve this, right? Or even if they don't achieve this, the Earth is destroyed. But let's say the Earth isn't destroyed, they achieve this, they're not going to ever be normal again. They're all like, none of them. There's no way. They see this, even though it was Nagisa doing that, there's no way they see this as a normal thing again. There's just no way. I just don't see a path for them to be normal after this. It's so kind of disguised because it's, super happy and you can kind of make light of it. But maybe I'm overthinking this. I don't know. I might possibly be overthinking this. But when I saw him like that, and it just kind of clicked in my head that this isn't normal. It's hard because the show really puts you in this mindset to make you feel as the viewer that this is normal, and they're just having they're assassinating, but it's like these little distractions of, oh, we're gonna go see a movie, oh, we're having fun with Koro Sensei, and Koro Sensei seems to be, he's a good teacher and he seems to be doing everything for these kids, but I don't know. I mean, the only thing they're really doing is making them killers. And I know they've used the word. I know that's the premise. And I know that they're needing to assassinate him. But I guess it just didn't sink in how that actually is. Think of if you were not in the part of this class and you were not part of this group, right? And we saw how when they were acting the way they did, and we saw some of the bullies and the principal, the way they're demonstrating them as being like monsters, or, they're being pushed in the end here. If you were a normal person just coming into that class and knew nothing about what was going on, you would probably see these kids and all of them as murder intentions, violent, and psychopaths. Those kids that are usually locked up in a mental ward. You would definitely see that. So it just worries me long term. But like I said, I might just be looking into this way more than I need to. And I don't know. It probably won't do anything like that, but it just makes me worried, on my toes. I can't help. I always tend to overanalyze. I'm sorry, but I just can't help but think like that. Anyway, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to see uncut reactions or early releases of this show and all my other shows. I would appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.